Hi, YouTubers. Something important. So, I'm the garage again. Guess what I'll be doing? Smoking nice big ass cigars, the big ass cigar for life. The house of keeping. Smoking this Romeo Julieta cigar, nice big ass cigars, the big ass cigar for life. Anyway, and I'm actually drinking something for a change. I usually don't drink when I do videos. I'm drinking some seltzer water, sparkling water. So this is not alcohol. This is basically sparkling water. So sparkling water, no alcohol. A little bit early for alcohol. So anyway, yeah, so it's basically non-alcoholic seltzer water. Yeah, I'm not drinking alcohol. So anyway, even though for the last damn time I'm 30 years old, almost 31. So anyway, I'm gonna fire this bad boy up. This Romeo Julieta cigar, nice big ass cigar. Okay. Can't let the smoke go away. Whew. 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 Smoke always makes me shudder a little bit because of how potent it is. Anyway. Whew. Damn. Anyway. So, I had a good day today. Yeah, had a very good day today here in Massachusetts. Be so damn cold here, damn hot here, damn. Yeah, so had a very good day today. Somebody's just walking by, sorry. One sec. Anyway, so yeah, I had a good day today. I slept late today, slept until about almost 9 o'clock today. Kind of a quiet day. It was very kind of overcast day. If I seem tired, that's why, because it was kind of more of an overcast day. Yesterday was really bright, sunny, super warm. Today was kind of overcast and kind of dreary and kind of a little bit rainy and crappy. So if you're wondering why I'm a little bit like more sluggish, it's because it's a little bit more kind of overcast. And when I mean it's a known fact when the weather is sluggish and wet and dreary and cold and dark, you're more likely to be tired. When it's brighter outside, you have more energy. So that's why I don't seem as energetic as yesterday. Anyway, so not a whole lot more to talk about. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a topic I can talk about today. There is one topic I want to cover, which is kind of important. So, how do I start this topic? Basically, how I start this topic is basically, let's just say, so obviously I'm on YouTube as, Smoking SE77. I also have a Facebook account, so I'm also on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter, nor am I on Twatter, twat. So I'm not on Instagram or Vine or Snapchat or TikTok, any of those websites. I am only on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, so basically, I'm on Facebook, and I won't mention anyone's name because obviously that's doxing. So, but just going to mention that I got a comment on Facebook, and I'm not going to say exactly what the comment said because obviously I don't want to give out, information. What I will say is basically, let's say this person didn't believe that I did a certain thing. So there's a very common scenario on social media where essentially, unless you post proof, like you post like a video or you post a photo like on Facebook or Twitter or Twatter or like for example Instagram or any of those, any social media website, any fucking social media website, essentially unless you post hard proof that something happened, people think you're talking crap. Literally, people think you're talking crap. And that's a very well-known fact that let's just say this person on Facebook thought I was talking crap because I did not post a photo or a video of what I was talking about. So I'm not going to say the person's name, obviously that's doxing, and I'm not going to mention exactly what I said because I don't want to give out too much information. I will say it had something to do with food. So let's just say for this example, this person's name is Jeff. So this person's name is Jeff, that's not their real name. And say I posted something along the lines of, I had a burger, a cheeseburger, or I had a steak, or I had ice cream. And long story short, this guy, quote unquote, Jeff, whose name is not Jeff, basically said something along the lines of, you didn't do that. I'm kind of calling you out. I don't believe you. You're talking crap, whatever. It's like he didn't exactly say that, but he said basically, I don't believe you. So something along the lines of like Jeff said, I don't believe you. So this leads me to my actual discussion, which is unless you post like hard proof, like a photograph, and this is not just the case on Facebook or YouTube, but any social media platform, this is true in many cigar groups, like on Facebook, like tobacco groups. Unless you post a photo of you smoking a cigar, people think you're talking crap. I've had people say this to me many times. Unless you post actual photograph of you with a cigar in your mouth, nice big ass cigar in your mouth, or video of you smoking the cigar, people think you're talking shit. It's like, and I'm not, believe me, I'm not making light of the fact there are people who lie on social media. Believe me, there are a lot of people on social media who talk, for a better word, total crap. Like, they will totally fake their life. That's why you say you never trust somebody on social media, because you don't know who the hell they are. It's like, So no, I'm not making light of the fact or trying to, beat around the bush and say, oh, there's nobody on social media who lies. I mean, look at the fucking scammers. It's like, there are people there's tons of scammers on the internet, tons of those like spam bots. I mean, really, unless you meet somebody in person, when you're on the computer or on your phone or your tablet, your iPad, you have no clue who the hell you're talking to. I mean, even if you're friends with somebody on Facebook, quote unquote friends, unless it's somebody like somebody, for example, like, somebody from your neighborhood, for example, like somebody I know in person. If it's somebody like from like YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or Twatter, it's like you really have no clue who the hell they are. It's like, I mean, for a better word, this social media can be fucking scary. It's like, so you don't really know who they are. And there's a lot of people who fake their life. It's like, fake their life, F-A-K-E, fake their life. And they will totally pretend to be somebody else. It's like, I'm not saying they're pretending to be a woman, when they're a man necessarily, or pretending to have a penis when they have a vagina, but what I'm saying is, there's a lot of people who will embellish things and will talk crap, and not talk crap about people, not talk crap like, oh, by the way, this person is a so-and-so, or by the way, this person is, that's talking crap behind somebody's back, or talking shit behind somebody's back. What I'm talking about is people will make up stuff. People will say, oh, I have, real dinosaur fossils, or I'll have, like, I have $1 million in my bedroom, and they talk crap and they make up stuff. So there's a lot of people on social media, and people don't trust people on social media for good reasons, for damn good reasons, and that's why, people don't believe people unless they post the actual photo. Because there are so many people on social media, like this guy Jeff probably assumed, because I don't know Jeff in person, and Jeff is not his real name, Jeff, I don't know, I've never met Jeff in person, he might be friends with somebody I know like Mike, or Karen, whatever. It's like, these are not real people. These are just analogies like X, Y, and Z, so yeah, Jeff might assume that I'm somebody who talks crap, who makes up all kinds of stupid stuff on media. And you might say to yourself, smoking acid, but why do people do that? It's like, why the hell do people do that? And there's one good reason, which is to get attention. People like to get attention. People like to get views. People like to get noticed, on social media. It's like, there's a lot of people who will totally fake their life. A lot of people will lie about their age, not just not just for dating reasons or like sexual reasons, but also a lot of people will lie about their age to gain access to like Facebook. A hell of a lot of people on YouTube, when they create a Gmail account, excuse me. A lot of people, when they create a Gmail account or a Google account, they will say they're at least 18 years old to gain access to age-restricted videos or age-restricted content, even though they're clearly not 18 years old. A lot of people will say they're 13 or older on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Twatter, twat, and they turn out to be 9 or 10 or 11 years old. And Facebook and YouTube is actually very good about that, because a couple of years ago, I'm sure most people remember, YouTube had a very big issue with kids under the age of 13, because under COPPA, 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 the Child Online Privacy Protection Act, which a lot of people thought was going to ruin YouTube forever, which ended up not being a big deal, in the end. But a lot of people, basically, YouTube got fined a whole bunch of money for illegally tracking, kids' information, and YouTube had to come up with a whole, made-for-kids content. So there's a lot of people who will lie about their age. I mean, I've seen plenty of channels on YouTube. There are, oh, one sec, YouTubers. Oh, never mind. There's a lot of people on YouTube, who will say they're 13 or older or 14 or older, whatever, and they turn out to be 8, 9, 10 years old, and they have an iPhone, or a tablet or a computer or a laptop, and it's like, it's a lot of times I've seen videos of like, all kinds of stuff. I mean, not appropriate at all for a 10-year-old. It's like a 10-year-old shouldn't have a YouTube account. It's a fucking dangerous place. It's like, So back to my point about lying on social media, is there's a lot of people who will totally lie on social media. They will make up all kinds of shit, all kinds of crap, all kinds of bull crap, and that's why people don't trust people on social media, and for very good reasons, like this guy Jeff, not his real name. He doesn't believe I'm talking, the right crap. He believes I'm talking crap, and making up crap, because this guy Jeff has never met me in person, and this guy Jeff just assumes, oh, you're talking crap, you're just trying to get attention, you're just posting stuff for this, you're just posting stuff for the sake of posting stuff, you're not really doing what you're talking about. And it's like, a lot of people believe people are liars, and it really hurts sometimes because, I don't like to be called a liar because I'm a very honest person. However, the sad reality is, for every one honest person on social media like me, there are probably easily a million people who are not honest. There are people who are, for a better word, lying sacks of crap. Lying sacks of crap. And people who will totally fake their life, fake their age, fake. That's why they say, that's why online dating is such a dangerous thing, I'm not going to get into a big debate about politics or bullshit like that, but it's like, that's why online dating is such a dangerous thing, because you don't know who the hell you're talking to, same thing as like, like Wikipedia, for example. That's why most schools, most K-12 schools will say never trust something on Wikipedia for like your history report or your math report or, your English English report, because a lot of things on Wikipedia are incorrect. There's a hell of a lot of things on Wikipedia that are incorrect. It's like, people take social media like they take Wikipedia, it's like take with a grain of salt, because there's a lot of things that are incorrect, that's why this guy Jeff, thinks I'm talking crap. It's like, because it's like, yeah, it's like, it's like, he's never met me. It's like, he just assumes I'm somebody who's probably just posting things for the sake of posting things, just posting crap, just, it's like, there's a lot of people, who I found out to be total, fat liars. It's like, fat liars. There's a lot of people. I mean, that's why, I've said numerous times I would never, agree to meet somebody in person, because you have no idea who the hell you're meeting. It's like, I mean, I would never meet somebody in person. I would never give out any kind of personal information. It's like, I would never give out like date of birth or anything like that, or social security information, because you don't know who the hell you're talking to. And that's just common sense in general. I mean, that's just fucking common sense in general. It's like, I mean, never give out that crap online. It's like, or burner. So, yeah. I mean, that's just common sense in general. So this guy, Jeff, back to what I was saying about Jeff, is, he just thinks I'm somebody who is probably just an attention whore. It's like, somebody who's just looking for attention, and it's just, looking to get attention by posting stuff. It's like, it's a sad reality. There's so many liars on social media, so many scammers, so many liars, and so many people who are dishonest, and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of honest people on social media. I had a guy back in 2016 on my channel, not going to say his name, that's doxing obviously, but I mean, this guy on, in 2016, he wrote me a comment, said, why do you fake your life so much? And that kind of hurt. It's like, because it didn't really hurt me, but I mean, it's like, it kind of pissed me off, because I'm not somebody who fakes my life. I'm somebody who's very honest, I'm somebody who's very honest and very trustworthy, but it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who think, yeah, you talk crap. It's like, you talk shit because, yeah, I mean, you can't trust anybody on social media. It's like, that's why parents are so conservative and say, like, you be damn careful when you're on social media, because you have no clue who the hell you're talking to. It's like, I mean, yeah, so... And this guy, Jeff, who thinks I'm, faking, I'm talking crap about having a cheeseburger or having, a pizza, not really, but I'm making an, analogy here, that's like the low level of it. Like, there are people who fake a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously I was telling the truth, when it came to, Jeff and I on Facebook, but there's people who make up a lot of crap. It's like, I mean, it's a sad reality of social media. I mean, it's a really sad reality. So, I mean, there's people who will fake all kinds of crap. It's like, I mean, that's why you have to be so careful when you're on social media, because you don't know who the hell you're talking to. It's like, you could be talking to somebody who say they're from. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. This happens to me all the time on Facebook, all the frickin' time. It's like, I'll be, oh, one sec, YouTubers, one sec.
Sorry.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey,
That's fine. Yep. Take your time. Take your time.
Did Lucy end up going?
No.
She didn't want us,
No. No interest.
and I think we should keep her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry. You can go ahead.
It's fine.
You don't have to shut your door now.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep. See you later, Mom. Yep. That was just my mother. So anyway, she was just coming home from a walk, and she was also just putting her stuff in the house. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So anyway, I'll give you a perfect example of how you can't trust anybody on social media. This happens to me. Oh, the cigar's kind of spitty. Yeah. So, this happens to me pretty much every single day on social media, on Facebook. How basically I'll get a what I call a spam friend request on Facebook, or I'll get somebody commenting on my Facebook posts or liking my Facebook posts that are not actual friends. I'm not friends with these people, because technically anyone can comment on your post or like your post, and it's like, so I'll get some random person, usually what it is, and I'm not going to get too graphic here because I want to monetize this video, usually what it is some very attractive young lady, and when I say young lady, I'm talking about somebody who's over 18, over 21, not somebody who's like, a teenager. So I'm talking about somebody who's like, a young, pretty, college age, girl or woman. And it won't be like one of those like, one of those like fake spam accounts. It's like, you can tell those like right off the bat. Like, usually they're like from like Nigeria or like, Russia or like, or China. And they'll be like, or like all like Eastern Europe, and there'll be like all kinds of like foreign language, and they'll have like links. It'll say like, oh, click here to see my nude pictures, click here, and you never want to click on those. Unless you're using like a virtual PC or something like that, you're trying to do some kind of test, you never want to click on those. Even then, it's not a good idea, because a lot of times those contain Trojans, and not the condoms, the viruses. So, and yeah, so those are terrible. It's like... But lately, the scammers have gotten more advanced. It's not just a typical, half-naked woman on a, thumbnail, and then a bunch of links to supposed X-rated content. It's actually a legitimate name, quote-unquote legitimate, air quote legitimate. Yeah, legitimate. And basically, it's like a legitimate name, like John Smith or Jane Doe or Mary Beth. I'm just making up these names here. So these are not real names, because obviously it has doxing. So and I can't do doxing, obviously, nor would I. It's like, and these names like Jane Smith or John Doe, whatever. You go to the person's profile, and it supposedly says, oh yeah, from, Clearwater, Florida, or, Houston, Texas, or Boston, Massachusetts, Massachusetts. So, and, yeah, it's like, you think it's legitimate, but I can tell you right now, a lot of those are fake dummy accounts, and they're fake dummy accounts, and they're trying to lure you to, to add that person as a friend, and often those people are hackers. They're hackers, or they're like Russian spam bots, or like they're like people who are trying to like download a virus into your computer, and that's just an example of how damn careful you have to be. Back in the day, back in my day, it was only like, clear, I'm saying like, clearly spam bots, like, like the, obviously when you see a profile of somebody's, it's like, then it's like, okay, that's clearly a scam. It's like, it doesn't take a dummy, or a smart person to figure out that's a scam. It's like, if you see a half-naked woman or a half-naked man, it's like, that's obviously a scam. I had somebody back in 2017 who commented on my video. I go to see his profile picture, to block him because he was really being creepy. It's like, I'm not gonna say the person's name. I'm not gonna say his name. It's like, I see his profile picture and his timeline photo. And this is on YouTube, not Facebook. This is YouTube, not Facebook. And he has a picture of his, his picture of his dick. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even believe that's even on YouTube. It's like, holy shit. It's like, it's a picture of his, his junk. It's like, and I mean, holy crap. It's like, I block him. I should have reported him because, I mean, it's a flagrant violation to post nudity or pornography on YouTube or Facebook. I mean, ash fell. So, yeah, you cannot post, XXX pornography on YouTube or Facebook. I mean, Facebook, they'll have, like, there'll be some risque stuff on Facebook, some, like, softer stuff, Like, on Facebook, for example, like, I'm a big fan of anime, and I like, several anime pages, like Japanese anime pages, and, they'll have risque photos of, like, anime girls, they have revealing, clothes, that kind of stuff, but that's not pornography, that's not hentai or pornography, so, it's like, so it's like, yeah, it's like, that's allowed, it's like, and same thing on YouTube, it's like, I hear Twitter does allow pornography. I think Twitter does allow pornography. I could be wrong about that, but I mean, but I think what it is, yeah, essentially on at least on Facebook, obviously the obvious accounts, like that account I talked about on YouTube, it's like, yeah, you're not going to engage with that kind of a jerk. It's like, it's like somebody who's showing their junk on YouTube. It's like, I mean, you would have to be an idiot to engage with that kind of a person, But I mean, the spam bots have gotten a lot more crafty over the years, and it's like, this person who has a legitimate name like Jane Doe or John Doe or Mary Beth, and they'll be, trying to, comment, and it's like, it sounds legit, quote unquote legitimate, Person will say, really, that sounds really interesting. It sounds really interesting that you had pizza. Or it sounds really, really funny that you did this or this kind of crap, excuse me. And it's like, that's called phishing. So, not phishing as I'm going fishing, but phishing as in email phishing or internet phishing. So, phishing spelled Phishing. So, like email phishing. So, that's what it basically is. And it's like, the deal with that kind of crap, I block every single one. No way in hell. It's like, I'll actually tell a funny story. Of how one good rule of mine on Facebook is when people send me friend requests, and obviously it's like when people send me friend requests, I only accept them if I really know the people. I really know the people. I don't accept like random friend requests. And so I accepted a friend request from somebody because they knew a mutual friend of mine. Say this person's name is Timothy or something like that, And so Tim had a friend who I accepted a mutual friend request from, and this person posted a post on Facebook a couple months later, and they had a link, and it was to X-rated content, so triple X-rated content, pornography, and that's where I knew, like, wow, it's like, no way in hell. So I blocked the person or unfriended them on the spot. It's like, because, yeah, you do not want to be clicking on that frickin' shit. It's like, so, yeah, no way in hell. It's like, so it's just a sad reality of how fishy the internet is, and how there's so many people who make up crap. People make up all kinds of crap. People talk about all kinds of stuff. Yeah, kind of sad, because I wish you could trust more people. So this guy Jeff, going back to Jeff, who's not his real name. That's why he probably doesn't believe, unless I post a photo or a video, that I'm actually telling the truth, because so many people make up crap. It's like, so many people talk crap, Anyway, so that's about it. So that's all I really wanted to say. This cigar is almost done. Now the band's not coming off. Damn. Anyway, okay. Crap. Come on. Okay. So that's my little ramble, or my little rant, more like a rant about how you really can't trust people on social media. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, I had to make pretend names, because obviously I'm not going to dox people. It's like, so anyway, pretty fucking cool. Bye.